Man, oh man. Where do we even begin, bro? Where do we begin? A lot has been made about tonight, man. A lot has been made, a lot of speculation, a lot of rumor, a lot of chatter online about what happens at the end of Clash in Paris, where Seth Rollins retained the World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal four-way against CM Punk, Yeet Man, and LA Knight. Becky Lynch joined the Vision. She low-blowed CM Punk, and that's really all it took to get people running wild with rumors. I was very guilty of that because as soon as the match was over, I'm like, that only means one thing, bro. That only means one thing. I'm going to throw it out there, and if it's exactly what I think it is, then great. If not, I guess fuck me then. Monday night, 2 days later, we got a showdown between CM Punk and Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw that even further lit the fuse, light it up. It got everybody talking even more so because Becky actually put her hands on CM Punk, and Punk did not lay a finger on Becky Lynch. Those words at the end of the promo, you're going to regret ever putting your hands on me. There's been other things that we've seen on social media via house show clips and something that I seen dating back to May with the Vision backstage on Monday Night Raw. The words "light it up" written on a poster board backstage in the locker room on Monday Night Raw during one of the Vision's segments. CM Punk skipping in the ring like his wife usually does at house shows and just having a good time. One of the more egregious things right in front of us was CM Punk picked up a sign in the fans at Clash in Paris that had AJ Lee's name on it. CM Punk, please bring back AJ Lee. He took it. Out of all the signs, he took that one. Well, all the rumors, all the speculation, all the chatter became a reality tonight, folks. AJ Lee is back in the WWE after 10 years. August 20th, 2021. AEW welcomed CM Punk back into the world of professional wrestling. AEW Rampage, the first dance, which, believe it or not, is now a canceled entity on TNT. Goes to show you how low we've gotten in 4 years. AEW Rampage, the first dance, August 20th, 2021, United Center, Chicago, Illinois. 16,000 plus nearly filled the United Center on a rumor that CM Punk would be coming into the company. He did indeed show up, and it was one of the greatest returns of the modern era. It's probably the greatest moment in AEW history. 4 years later, CM Punk is back in the WWE. He returned after 10 years being away. AJ Lee, 10 years being away from WWE, returns tonight, September 5th, 2025, in Chicago at the Allstate Arena. And everything surrounding her appearance was based on rumor and speculation, just like the first dance was for CM Punk and AEW, man. You can't script that shit. You can't script that shit any better. I don't really know what you guys want me to say on top of me emitting my excitement for it. She looks incredible. She looks better today than she did 10 years ago. In every sense of the word. I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't have a tear or two come down my face, because not only was I happy for her, I was happy for CM Punk as well. You just saw how happy he was. It was written all over his face. Good for him. It's all he ever wanted to be, is happy. She looks incredible. This tag team match has instantly sold Wrestle Palooza. If this was the only match on the card, it will still be just that, must-see TV. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and CM Punk in Indianapolis, September 20th, Wrestle Palooza. First show for WWE, being removed from Peacock, now on ESPN. This is going to be one of the biggest shows that WWE put on in the last 10 years. This entire show was centered really around what opened and what closed. Other than that, this was a very forgettable SmackDown. Which goes to show you how fucking subpar this show has gotten. The one thing that I took notice of is not only how incredible she looks, but everything she did in that ring being away for 10 years looked crisp. She didn't do much. She skipped around, did not miss a beat as far as body language and mannerisms. She got an incredible holy shit chant that, of course, USA Network had to bleep out and ruin the moment. Hopefully WWE uploads it in its entirety, censor-free. Crowd melted the Allstate Arena when she came out. Skipped around. Punk was smiling from ear to ear. She gets in the ring. She sits on the ropes. She does everything that you remember back in the day, 10 years ago. And like I said, she didn't do much, man. A couple of Luthez presses, some punches, ground and pound on Becky Lynch. And she did the signature licking of the palm and slapped Becky Lynch right in the face as a retaliation for what Becky did to her husband, not only on Monday, but again here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. All the while, Rollins had to watch in horror that CM Punk finally got one over on him after a few losses lately to Mr. Visionary. This was an incredible moment. An absolutely incredible moment. The thing is, you guys are watching me here. We're in front of 3,000 people live to share in the excitement of AJ Lee. I do have some criticisms, though. I don't know how long AJ Lee is back. To be brutally honest with you, I don't really give a shit. If she's back for this one match and one match only, God bless her. It doesn't matter. We got a moment. We got a match. It fits the story. Everything about her arrival and her inclusion makes sense. I don't care if it's a one-and-done deal, because it's a one-and-done deal where she fits into the story perfectly. And it's all leading to Rollins and Punk one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship when the time is right. This is just a side quest before we get there. I do have one major criticism. And this is something that I've said this week and last week leading up to this potential match at Wrestle Palooza. AEW is basically killing themselves. WWE knows when they have a wounded victim in front of them. I would love if WWE actually gave us television that felt this exciting every single fucking week. I know that's not possible. I know that's not realistic. I just don't like the fact that we've had to sit, which we did tonight through fucking commercials. There were more commercials tonight than there was in-ring wrestling. I don't like that we have to sit month after month, week after week on Friday. And this show feels literally like the worst fucking show on television every week. Before tonight, this show has not been exciting. Before tonight, this show has not been watchable. Before tonight, this show was largely forgettable. Every single week. Ever since they left Fox, WWE has made SmackDown an unforgettable fucking disaster every single Friday. It is the most boring fucking show on television, borderline Dynamite level. And that's fucking bad, bro. That's bad. of all the nights to make not only a memorable moment, but one of the most must-see SmackDowns, literally, in the last 2 years. I don't know why it took WWE to bring AJ Lee back to make this show must-see, captivating, interesting, exciting television. If WWE put their fucking hatred and their pettiness for AEW aside and just worried about what they need to do, knowing that AEW is a wounded fucking animal and it'll probably bleed out and die on its own, which it is right now, quickly. If they worried about themselves and worried what they have to do every single week and focused on putting quality television in front of us every Monday and every Friday, we would be in a better place. I don't like the fact that WWE, all because Wrestle Palooza was born 3 weeks ago on September 20th. I don't like that this show basically came out of nowhere and WWE is throwing big gun Brock Lesnar out there, big gun AJ Lee out there. Cody's probably going to be back. Indianapolis, sold out, ESPN. If WWE did this every single PLE, we would be in a good place right now. Why are they giving us better television lately? Why are they giving us better television than they have all year? Because AEW has a show on the same day that they have opted to counter-program. Why are they putting on their best TV? Why are they putting their best foot forward? All because they want to counter-program AEW. It makes you wonder where their true intentions are. Is AEW down that bad? Or is AEW a much-needed presence in the world of pro wrestling to a point where it makes WWE step up their game? I don't know if it's that. If AEW was putting on their best television, which they clearly are not, 472,000 is hardly their best television. Worst rating in the history of Dynamite in 2025. I don't care how you cut it, man. That's not good. And yes, we should not be focused on the ratings. We should not care about the ratings. But when the ratings are that low, it is staring you in the fucking face to a point where you cannot ignore it any longer. I wish WWE put on their best television without the desire to basically harm AEW further. AJ Lee, Brock Lesnar, and everything else that's coming on September 20th is going to be a treat. But I genuinely hope that there's more to putting on great television than just counter-programming AEW. The other thing that I see happening on social media in regards to this, and I'm sure it's going to be accelerated even furthermore after today, coming on into this show, a lot of people from that side, the AEW side, all of a sudden starts spreading the narrative of, oh, AJ Lee is overrated. Oh, AJ Lee, there's nothing special. Oh, WWE dipping into their nostalgia pool all over again. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Same unintelligent fucking garbage from the AEW sickos every single time something happens on WWE television that they clearly don't understand. This is a wake-up call for everybody on the AEW roster. This is a wake-up call for Tony Khan. This is a wake-up call for all the sickos that watch weekly, which is dwindling week by week. 472,000 with a 18 to 49 demo, sub 0.11. CM Punk is still and forever will be your biggest star. There is not one star on that show that is equal to the amount of star power CM Punk brings to national television. Not one. You could put everybody in a fucking blender all together and you still wouldn't be able to mix all these stars on AEW television. You would not be able to blend all of their star power to equal one CM Punk. CM Punk was driven out of the company after a monumental return on August 20th, 2021. United Center, First Dance, Rampage, which is now canceled, by the way. Everything's great in AEW, but Rampage, the show that CM Punk debuted on, canceled. CM Punk still is and forever will be their biggest star. Everybody in that company drove him out of the entire brand. For what reason? For what reason? WWE is bringing back AJ Lee for nostalgia, bro. JD. Yeah, that's great. I'm sure if AJ Lee debuted on fucking Dynamite in front of 750 people, everybody would be fucking jerking each other off. All the sickos would be fucking bending over backwards, sucking each other off. Right? Absolutely right. You drove this one man out of the company and you sided with Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, and of all people, who hasn't been on television all fucking year, you actually sided, and I have no problem with him at all. I'm actually a fan. You actually sided with Jungle Jack Perry. I don't want to hear any of the sickos cry, bitch, moan, complain, and fucking belittle anybody. You should be belittling the fucking guy that you put your faith and hope and trust in every single week. He was the one who made the decision to fire CM Punk. I guarantee you, I put my fucking name on it. If CM Punk was as happy as he is today in AEW, if he was still in AEW and he was there making sure the television was fruitful and substantial and right and, most importantly, creative, I guarantee you this is a moment that AEW could have had, and CM Punk would have brought back his wife after 10 years to All Elite Wrestling. No doubt about it. You see, when you hear, oh, it's nothing more than a nostalgia trip, oh, she's overrated, oh, she's this, oh, she's that, it means nothing, blah, blah, blah. These are people that are living in a sea of denial, and they don't know how to swim to shore, bro. They live in denial. Every single one of them. All 472,000 of them. They don't know how to handle when they see something that was basically gifted to them succeed elsewhere. Everything is, oh my God, woe is me, oh my God. Everything's against AEW. Bro, if Tony Khan did the right thing and ran a fucking business, he would have chosen their biggest star over fucking Jungle Jack Perry, who hasn't even been on fucking television. Jack Perry ain't drawing a fucking dime. He's not drawing flies to shit. Neither are the Young Bucks, which, by the way, if you look at the metrics, every time they're on TV, the ratings are fucking disaster. So again, tell me, why exactly are you upset that AJ Lee is back on WWE television? Is it because you don't have her? Is it because you don't have CM Punk on your television? Is it because that Tony Khan is a failed leader and someone who has basically lost all credibility with everybody, including the boys? AEW is nothing more than a fucking money pit and a goddamn hobby for Tony Khan, a 43-year-old single middle-aged man who doesn't know how to fucking run a business, four-eyed geek, who drove out their biggest star in hopes that he would get the company back on track without him. And the company has bombed ever since they fired him. In fact, their greatest dynamite, ratings-wise, was one that CM Punk appeared on in backstage footage with Jack Perry. Because they aired it trying to sell it as a storyline, but they were basically petty bitches who wanted to get back at CM Punk to show the world that he was a coward because they were upset with comments he made on Ariel Helwani's podcast. All of this tonight could have been yours. All of this tonight could have been Tony Khan's. You have Tony Khan to thank, chat. You have the Young Bucks to thank, chat. You have Adam Page, the current AEW World Champion, to thank, chat. You got Colt Cabana to thank, chat. You got Jungle Jack Perry to thank, chat. What does this have to do with AJ Lee coming back? Everything. It has everything to do with AJ Lee coming back. AEW is a dying product, no matter what you want to think or not. AEW is certainly changing the game. Absolutely. They changed completely from 2 years ago to a point where they're worse off than WCW ever was. The ratings are absolutely fucking disastrous. Everything's great in AEW. By the numbers, they are not. This all could have been yours. So when you hear, oh, it's nothing more than a nostalgia trip, oh, she's overrated, nobody is saying that AJ Lee is the greatest female professional wrestler of the modern generation. Nobody ever did, and nobody ever will say that. But if you deny AJ Lee's importance to women's wrestling, including all the women that currently exist in AEW, if you deny AJ Lee's importance to women's professional wrestling, who do you think got a social media trend started on Twitter so that the women get better television? Who do you think that was? Charlotte? Nikki Bella? Alexa Bliss? Mercedes Moné? Who was it? It was AJ Lee. Give women a chance is what got trending. Who do you thank for that? Her. And as soon as that got up off the ground, where exactly did we go, chat? We went from Divas belts to proper belts in the women's division, and an NXT women's division was born that basically bred the same women's wrestling that you get today that is now all over the place in main events across the world. A division that is now born probably the most popular superstar in all of pro wrestling when it comes to women's wrestling, Rhea Ripley. Who do you have to thank for that? The woman that showed up tonight to confront Becky Lynch, that made her return after 10 years. So when you want to dumb down AJ Lee because you can't cope with losing your top star still to this very day, when you want to dumb down AJ Lee and call her overrated and nothing more than nostalgia, you are absolutely a clueless fucking brain rot fucking idiot. In every sense of the word. You don't know shit. You should not be talking about pro wrestling. You're nothing more than an engagement farmer with a fucking brain cell shared between all 472,000 of you and dwindling week by week. Can't wait for the ratings to go up next week to 550,000 and the sickos will be running laps around each other, celebrating as if they did 1.5 million. That's how fucking unintelligent they are. Don't listen to these absolutely fucking cave-ridden trolls who haven't showered in 7 fucking days. If you don't believe me, watch Dynamite on Wednesday and see the fucking disaster that is the ECW arena. Do not listen to these fucking ghouls. Don't. If you did not like what happened tonight, if you did not appreciate what happened tonight, if you were not happy for both of them tonight, then maybe this thing called professional wrestling just isn't for you. All the money in the world that Elon pays out for you to fucking be a tribalist and a negative Nancy and all this other shit, constantly tweeting about AEW and it's great and it's fucking fantastic and oh my God, Tony Khan, can I suck your dick, TK? Shut the fuck up. Every single fucking one of you, shut the fuck up. If you are not happy about what you saw tonight, you are genuinely someone who hates professional wrestling. It was great to see her back. In every sense of the word, it was great to see her back. Whether she's back tonight or for Wrestle Palooza only, or if this is more of a part-time deal and she's back and she's going to give us more than what we are anticipating at Wrestle Palooza. I'm glad that she's back. She looks great. She looks rejuvenated. It's the right time for it to happen. And there's no better place than WWE for this to happen. Because at this point, between me and you, chat, AEW doesn't deserve a fucking dime from anybody to view their own show until they make the appropriate changes to get the man in charge, who's absolutely killing the fucking company, out of the current position that he's in right now. AJ Lee looks incredible, and I'm so fucking happy she's back in WWE.